Previously on 64 Studios 101.
So anyway, this is the remnants of some of my grandpa's collection of comics that was passed down to my dad later, who passed them down to me, so that's where this stuff is from. But I thought it would be interesting to look through it and see if any of you all know about any of the comics in here and stuff. I'm interested to see what you think and everything.
And now, the epic conclusion.
Hey guys, 64 Studios 101 here, back again with looking through Coverless Comics Part 2, the epic conclusion. So, today I've got more Coverless comics for you. Now, I explained most of this in my first video looking through Coverless Comics Part 1, so I really suggest you check that out before watching this if you haven't already. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get into this. Once again, if you know like the issue numbers, I'd appreciate it if you leave a comment down and tell me. I don't expect you to go searching for them or anything, but like if you just see an issue in here and you're like, I recognize that, if you tell me what it is, because I'm kind of interested to know. Anyway, okay, so first we've got some old Superman Action Comics books. It has Superman Indian Chief. Now this is another that I feel like if I look hard enough, it sounds familiar, like I've seen the cover or something. I don't know exactly, but this is a Superman Indian Chief. I suppose it would be considered rather racist by everyone, really, not without reason. I haven't really read it, so I can't say how bad it is, but you know, I don't like that sound of the name. It sounds like it's rather racist, but it is nonetheless sort of a part of history, bad as it is, and it's still interesting to learn about the past, even in this way, and it's quite unpleasant to read racist comics. Believe me, there's some old Wiz comics with Captain Marvel and stuff that are a bit racist, but it's really, I think, pointless to deny that part of our history. But this isn't about issues and stuff, that's top comics. So yeah, Superman Indian Chief, you know, classic, most likely golden age. And Tommy Tomorrow, the Gypsies of Space epic. Nice stuff. More action comics. The Man Who Owned Superman here. Action comics, pretty cool cover. And then there's Tommy Tomorrow again, the Planeteer the Planeteer from the past. Or how dramatic can you get? Cool stuff. You know, yeah, Vigilante. The Trigger Trail of Wild Emmy Meeks. Sounds like Golden Age stuff, certainly. But I actually think that there's something that I kind of like about Golden Age art. I like a lot of 60s, 70s, 40s, 50s art, but there's some sort of consistency throughout all of Golden Age art, I feel like, that we don't quite have with any other age of comics. It's rather neat. So here's Superman, a really battered up first page. Girls, 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 how dangerous is your job? Pretty epic. So I think I it's part of this though. This is actually Superman, it looks like. See these handy things up here, as opposed to Action Comics. Right, more Superman, the unfunny prankster, which is obviously a prankster appearance. I mean, he always seemed like a bit of, a bit of a Joker ripoff to me. Really, not very good, but he always seemed a bit like a Joker ripoff to me, the prankster. But I mean, these stories are still rather fun, so what's the use in complaining, eh? Yeah. Oh, and then there's the flight of, this is Superman, by the way, not Action Comics, the flight of the failures, okay. Dark, edgy, etc. Oh, here's something that's probably from like my dad's collection as opposed to my grandpa's, I don't know, but we actually know what it is. See, Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 15. No, 128. I thought it said 15. If it was 15, that would be early Lois Lane, but it's only, it's actually 128. Here's just a bunch of, see, loose pages of Action Comics. No way of really tracing those, I doubt. And Robot Man. In Detective Comics, it says the racing robot car. So that's from some issue of Tech, I guess, as they call it. Right. So a bunch of World's Finest Comics. Lots of stuff. This, as you can see, it's a big chunk of it, so I think some of these have, yeah, like this might be a complete story of Two Gun Percy, Sudden Death Valley, sorry, and then there's 7 Hills of Rome. So this is probably some rather early World's Finest. I find this stuff interesting though. Bit of early-ish World's Finest. I can't tell. This one might actually be early enough that it's not a Batman crossover, because of course World's Finest is famous for being a crossover with Superman and Batman. So here's Green Arrow, the case of them missing the taunting targets, old Green Arrow stuff. But I'm actually pretty sure that this stuff is, or this one at least, is pre-Superman and Batman teaming up. Here's just some more loose pages. Oh, that's not good. As I was saying, more loose pages of World's Finest. Mostly some Batman, I think. Wonder if I'm rambling on a bit. More of this World's Finest comics. You can see it. A lot of that stuff. Yeah, you know. And here's a bit of a difference, actually. This is some, lots of Marvel family, so, you know, Fawcett. I love a lot of the Captain Marvel stuff. One day I am going to own Marvel Family number 10. I know it's completely random, but that's like my holy grail comic. The Savannah family versus the Marvel family. It's like my favorite Captain Marvel / Marvel family story of all time. But that's a bit off topic. This is just Marvel Family. One day I'm gonna tone it. Alright, I'm saying more, but this is some adventure comics with Superboy, Johnny Quick with Johnny Slow, nice name, and then Aquaman leaves the sea. The Aquaman story seems like an easy way to trace it if I ever wanted to find out which issue this is. One day, perhaps. Here's Detective Comics. Lots of Detective Comics. I'll have to look into this stuff and actually read some of it if it's complete, especially Batman, because that's a favorite of mine. I think this might be a pretty old Batman story. Like, if it hasn't been in a Batman omnibus yet, it will be soon. I think it looks really old, and just like the story and the plot with the Joker here seem really early-ish Batman. So I'm collecting the Batman omnibuses. Is that the plural of omnibus? Great collections, like 800 pages each of just full-color Golden Age Batman. And if I run into this page in there, I'll kind of know that I found it. Right, Superman, and then more Batman. This is Born for Adventure. Like this, it looks like an issue of Batman. No idea when it's from. And then there's also the first American Detective. How very quaint, eh? More little pages. At this point, I think some of the stuff, yeah, see, it's just loose pages, but this is Adventure Comics number 172, according to the bottom. I'm gonna try and get through the rest of this quickly, because I don't want to make this video too long. So, some Superboy stuff. Superman, the Wind-Up Toys of Peril, Toyman. Another villain who I think is the greatest ever, but he's kind of fine again, like the prankster. What issue of Action Comics, that looks pretty old. And ooh, Captain Marvel. I didn't even remember having this. So there's Captain Marvel. And then there's Tomahawk Frontier Sabotage. And last, and probably not least, we've got Tomahawk. My ass. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coverless Comics. One last thing, look, this says October 1953 on this World's Finest Comics. How did I not notice this? That gives us a clue.